The 2020-21 NHL season is the 104th season of operation of the National Hockey League. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the regular season has been reduced to 56 games and began on January 13, 2021. Due to COVID-19 cross-border travel restrictions currently imposed by the Government of Canada, the league temporarily realigned for this season, putting all 7 Canadian teams into one division. The playoffs are then tentatively scheduled to run from May until July under a 16-team format with the top 4 teams from each division. The 2020-21 season was originally planned to begin in October 2020 and end with the Stanley Cup being awarded in June 2021. But this had to be changed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In December, the league said that the season would be shorter than the typical 82 games. Attendance at each arena will be limited by local health orders. The league also relies on attendance for at least 50% of its revenue. And the players are against spending the full season isolated in neutral site bubbles similar to their situation during the 2020 playoffs. With the NHL expecting to lose billions of dollars, several team owners privately told NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman that they wanted to suspend the season. But Bettman convinced them that they could not afford to sit out the season in the long run, especially with the expansion team Seattle Kraken joining the league in 2021-22, as well as the prospect of signing new U.S. national television deals with multiple networks. In July 2020, the league and the NHL Players Association initially agreed to tentatively schedule the opening of training camp on November 17, 2020. And the start of the regular season on December 1. In October 2020, both the NHL and NHLPA began discussions on the specific details on how to proceed with the season. On October 6, the NHL and the NHLPA agreed to delay the targeted start date of the regular season to January 1, 2021, and to decide at a later date when to open training camp. In mid-November 2020, Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly stated that the league was still targeting a January 1 start. But that, we have to build in flexibility for the hiccups that we expect will come along and have to expect will come along with potential COVID positives and contact tracing requirements. Citing difficulties faced by Major League Baseball and the National Football League over their handling of the pandemic. On December 20, the league unveiled its plans for a 56-game regular season and that the teams would temporarily be realigned into 4 divisions. Due to COVID-19 restrictions traveling into and out of Canada, all 7 Canadian teams were placed in one division. The only contentious issue with the temporary realignment was which 2 teams in the Central Time Zone would have to join the West Division. They would have more travel time playing games in the Pacific Time Zone. But they would be against the Anaheim Ducks, Los Angeles Kings and San Jose Sharks, 3 of the 7 teams that did not qualify for the expanded 24-team 2020 playoffs. It was eventually decided to leave the Dallas Stars in the Central to make up for the team being in the Pacific Division from 1998 to 2013. And the Minnesota Wild and the St. Louis Blues moved to the West. The temporary alignment is as follows. The 2020 NHL entry draft was originally scheduled for June 26 to 27, 2020, at the Bell Centre in Montreal, Quebec, but was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It took place on October 6 and 7 in a remote format. Hosted from the NHL Network studios in Secaucus, New Jersey, the New York Rangers were awarded the first pick in the 2020 draft after winning the second phase of the draft lottery on August 10 and selected Alexis Lafreniere. The league had originally scheduled this season's international, all-star, and outdoor games prior to the pandemic. 2 preseason games were planned to be played in Europe. The Boston Bruins against Adler Mannheim at SAP Arena in Mannheim, Germany, and the Nashville Predators against SC Bern at Post Finance Arena in Bern, Switzerland. In addition, 3 regular season games were also planned. The Boston Bruins and Nashville Predators at O2 Arena in Prague, Czech Republic, and 2 games between the Colorado Avalanche and Columbus Blue Jackets at Hartwall Arena in Helsinki, Finland. Later in the fall, the 2021 Winter Classic planned for January 1, 2021 was to feature the Minnesota Wild hosting the St. Louis Blues at Target Field. The Florida Panthers and their BB&T Center were then scheduled to host the All-Star Game on January 30. And the Stadium Series game was to be hosted by the Carolina Hurricanes at Carter Finley Stadium on February 20, against an opponent yet to be announced. On May 8, 2020, the league postponed the 5 international games, aiming to reschedule them for the 2021-22 season. The league then announced on October 22, 2020 that the Winter Classic and the All-Star Game were also being postponed to May